1. Welcome to Around the Cartoon Horn. Still no music because I forgot to add it.
Uh,
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
All right,
Yoink.
let's get this off. I'm your host, Jordan Jackson. I'm introduced you to the panel. When I call you, mention your favorite Madden. Mine's Madden 10, and my neck's off. All right. Go ahead, Christian.
Mine is a tie between Madden 10 and Madden 07.
Nice, nice. How about you, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the first Madden that I've ever owned, and that was Madden '05.
Nice, nice. Derek?
I'm gonna go Madden 04.
All right. And Matt?
Mine is a toss-up between Madden 07 and Madden 11.
Nice, nice. Okay, so we discussed it earlier. Since White pushed us back 30 minutes, that's going to be unfortunate for him. So, up
Hey, what the heck?
and refresh. We're compromised on -1. Huh?
Okay.
Everyone good with that?
Perfect.
Everyone good with that?
Sounds good to me.
And Matt for complaining.
What?
I was told I was being too nice with the points. Sorry. Let's get the
Hey.
thing going.
I was going to be here at 8 o'clock.
All right. First off, oh yeah, this edition is Madden ratings, the whole episode. Let's talk about and see who wins. Matt, on time guy, you want to start us off with tight ends?
Yeah, looking across the board for tight ends, everything seems like pretty even. For me, Travis Kelce and George Kittle, those could be toss-ups between, 98, 97. They're obviously the best tight ends in the league. Uh, best offensive weapons that they have.
Do you guys need that up the whole time?
No.
Okay. All right, Derek, you want to take it from there?
Yeah, I think this is probably the best ratings out of any position that I've seen so far. Darren Waller could have been maybe like a 92, 93 with Mark Andrews because I think he's like right at that level at this point. Besides that, they got pretty much everything right. George Kittle, he probably is a stronger blocker, which brought him right under Travis Kelce. So it makes sense. Travis Kelce also got Patrick Mahomes to pad stat. So
All right. Let's just go down the line. You want to take it from there, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat with everybody else. I think they got the ratings pretty accurate. I like the list. Just one person I think they left off was Dawson Knox, the tight end at the Bills. I believe he's probably better than Zach Ertz, Hunter Henry, and I would say he's probably better than Dallas Goedert. But that's probably my only gripe with the Madden ratings.
Nice, nice. All right, Christian, you want to finish off the tight ends?
Yeah, I'm pretty agree with most of them, except for I think they should have just made Travis Kelce a 99 because he was playing before Mahomes was there, and he was still putting up similar numbers. So I don't think he needs Mahomes. I think he's just that good. I think might go down as the best ever when he retires.
Okay, okay.
Ooh, hot take.
Yeah. Here, I need to turn Christian down just a smidget. All right, let's move on to the edge, and let's just flip the order. You want to keep it going, Christian?
Yeah, I think Cameron Jordan got robbed. I'm not gonna say he's like a 99 or nothing, but I think he's better than Von Miller. He's better than Khalil Mack's been the last few years. I mean, I guess TJ Watt and Myles Garrett should be tied. He just won Defensive Player of the Year. But I can see how Myles Garrett's a 99. I'm not like mad at that. But the rest of the list is all right, I guess. Just those few nitpicks.
Okay, fair. Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm the same. Don't really have a lot to gripe about. I was actually kind of surprised to see Rashawn Gary top 10, but I mean, I'm happy to see it. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I think Von Miller, Khalil Mack, yeah, all of them, Nick Boat, yeah, they're pretty ranked correctly. And then obviously, yeah, TJ Watt and Miles Garrett are going to be the top two. I think TJ Watt may even be a little underrated at 96, but I mean, you can't get much higher. So
All right, all right. You up, Derek?
Yeah, so I think Joey Bosa could be like a 92, 93, because I think he's better than Khalil Mack and Von Miller. I think Christian's showing some bias towards his Saints, but that's just my opinion. TJ
Ooh.
Watt definitely should have been a 99. How
You're
do
allowed
you
to interrupt.
know? How do you know the defensive player of the year like that? Like, so yeah, and maybe Chandler Jones. No, Chandler Jones did good last year. I was thinking of somebody else. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. This one's pretty decent. Not as good as the tight end one, but yeah, not hating it.
I gotta set the precedent here, so let's not interrupt. But I'll give you a point for setting the precedent.
Yeah, but I also set the
Should
precedent.
have just kept him at 6.
Just saying, he said I was biased for Cam Jordan, but then he's boasting up his Ohio State boy.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, but that's because Joey Bosa actually produces. Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan
What
gets
did he
double-digit sacks every year. Stop.
And Matt, you want to finish this one?
Yeah, I kind of agree with both Christian and Derek. I mean, Cameron Jordan definitely is, in my opinion, better than Von Miller at this point of his career. I think they gave Von Miller the treatment just because he definitely boosted up that Rams defense. Um, Once he got traded there, that helped them win a Super Bowl. Um, Same with Joey Bosa. I just think he's always been a dominant defensive player on the edge. Um, my only takeaway on this is like I definitely think TJ Watt should be a 99 overall. If they're giving Miles Garrett a 99 overall, like I truly don't understand why they didn't give TJ Watt one. TJ Watt had like I think like 22 and a half sacks this year. And then I think he had more tackles than Miles Garrett, and he played less games. He played 2 less games than Miles Garrett. Why is he not getting the same treatment that um, Miles Garrett is getting?
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's move on to running backs. And Wyatt, you want to pick it up?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so yeah, actually, how is Jonathan Taylor ranked below Nick Chubb and Christian McCaffrey? Well, especially Christian McCaffrey. Nick Chubb, I can see them maybe given the same rating, but Christian McCaffrey's injury rating should put him at like a 90. His injury should be like at a 5, which bumps his overall down to like a 90 or something. That's ridiculous. Jonathan Taylor is obviously the best one. Second, I'll give him second best running back in the league right now, and he's fourth best in Madden. Like, come on, Madden, do better.
All right, Derek, you want to go from there?
Yeah, so Derrick Henry should be a 99. How is he not? How is somebody missing 9 games out of the 17 games and being sixth in rushing yards? Like that don't make no sense. Nick Chubb being above Jonathan Taylor makes sense because sure he got injured like twice, but he shares carries and he is the most efficient running back in the league. Jonathan Taylor is ranked correctly. Christian McCaffrey should be like an 87. No disrespect to him, but he can't even stay healthy. How you going to put somebody that's a 90 or that can't stay healthy and play a full season to 96? Let's see. Alvin Kamara should probably be like a 92, maybe even a 93. Um, Aaron Jones and he's ranked correctly. I think Austin Eckler should probably be closer to a 90, maybe like an 89 to 91, just because he produced a lot more this year than any other year, and he produced more than Aaron Jones and Christian McCaffrey this year. That Christian McCaffrey thing just throws me through a loop.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
No, I completely agree with everybody else on the board. Christian McCaffrey is a 96, and he hasn't been healthy in 2 seasons. Like, why are they giving him that high of a ranking? Like, I understand that he's like probably the most versatile running back, wide receiver, player, like combo when healthy, but Like he hasn't been healthy in 2 seasons, so he definitely should be in the low 90s. Can you pull up that? I was looking at the ratings for that. Can you pull that up real quick? Because I was looking at two
Oh,
players. Um, I definitely think Joe Mixon and Dalvin Cook should be even at 94. Joe Mixon definitely put up some yards with a crippled offensive line. Like that offensive line was terrible and still put up some really good yards. Derrick Henry, Derrick, I understand that you want him at a 99, but you have to realize that he was injured half of the year. So maybe if he was able to play the whole year, they'd give him the 99, and I would put him at 99 if he were healthy the whole year. But everything else seems pretty. Alvin Kamara, he deserves a little bit higher of a rating, probably like a 92, 93 also, just because what he produces, he's kind of like a Christian McCaffrey type, but not as effective.
all right, nice, nice. Chris, you want to finish?
Yeah, so to go off the point about Derrick Henry being injured, I feel like he said, they're kind of penalizing him for getting injured, and the same with Kamara because they didn't play all season. But then that also goes even worse to the fact that why is Christian McCaffrey a 96? Like, if they're going off the injury thing, he should be like an 80. And then also, Ezekiel Elliott should not be in the conversation with any of these guys, so he should be like an 82.
You got something to say, Derek?
You said no interrupting.
If I can, if I can step in on that real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I agree with you, Christian, but not that low. I mean, Zeke is like probably the most like core star in the NFL with handling the football. Like he's just a fumble machine. Um, but Andy's always had a loaded offensive line, I feel like his whole career. So like I can agree, but I think he should be, yeah, top 10, top 11.
Okay, if we're gonna interject, Zeke still had over 1,000 yards rushing. Like he had 10 touchdowns. Like why would you take why would you take him away from an 88? He's 1,000 yard rusher constantly.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's good where he's at, you know.
If y'all, but Matt, you aren't aware. Christian is and Jordan are the two biggest Ezekiel Elliott haters ever for no reason. It's not like he's
I
bad.
don't like Zeke either. Like, tell me
Okay,
wrong. Like,
You
I'm
don't have
really
to
not the
like
biggest
him.
fan of Zeke, but
You
let's
don't have to like
player
him.
a
You can
player in his
understand
division had more yards than him, and he's not on this list.
who
Antonio Gibson
when.
last season.
All right, let's move on from here. Wyatt, I'm gonna give you a point for not interjecting at all during that.
Hey, you said we can you started the
I
interjection. You
know,
said,
but
do you want to interject
it
on
was
that?
fine, and then it just became rambling.
I'm also going to interject on the football one because Christian said something. But Zeke had more yards than Alvin Kamara. Antonio Gibson had more yards than Alvin Kamara. Najee Harris had 1,200 yards and is also not on this list.
Kamara was hurt, like I said.
Najee Harris finished fourth and is not on this list. He should be a 90.
I mean, he should. Like Jordan was saying, the rookies kind of got the shaft this year.
I said that off camera.
All right, but still.
No, if anyone was wondering. But let's move on to wide receivers, my biggest gripe. And White can go last on this. So Derek, you want to start?
Yeah, on the receivers, let's see. So obviously Cooper Kupp just had the greatest receiving season a receiver could ask for, so he should be a 99. Devontae Adams being a 99 makes sense because he just is Devontae Adams. I think Justin Jefferson should probably be closer to like a 96. I think Justin Jefferson is going to start making his way to being having better seasons than like DeAndre Hopkins or Stephon Diggs. Like that, besides the Amari Cooper is way too high rated. He should probably be closer to an 87, 88. Besides that, I like it. I like it. AJ Brown should probably be a 90. Um, you know, where the fuck's Jamar Chase? Sorry about my language. Why is Jamar Chase not on this list?
Chase is a 80 season.
No, like honestly, NBA just rated Chet Holmgren a 90 as a rookie who hasn't even played his first game, and Madden's out here like Jamar Chase just had the best rookie season ever. He's not top 10.
I don't know if that Chet thing is official
I
though.
don't think it's real. Yeah.
If it's, I mean, still, there's a rumor about it, and yet Madden's real ratings are out, and Jamar Chase is in top 10.
Go ahead, Matt.
All right, I agree with you, Derek. Jamar Chase definitely deserves to be top 10 in my opinion. He had one of the best like rookie seasons that you can ask for as a wide receiver. I definitely would put him top 10 over Amari. That's just me. Also, he has my last name, so I got to give him props on that. My biggest gripe on this list. Where the heck is Debo? Where's Debo?
I know.
Where is Debo? He got an 88 overall, and he was top 5 in yards, averaged the most yards per catch, 4th in yards per game. Like, he had almost a near perfect season other than touchdowns. I think he had like 5 or 6. So, like, I would honestly rank Debo over Mike Evans. That's just my personal opinion. I think he showed the league that he has potential to be a top 5 receiver in the NFL. On top of that, he literally carried the 49ers to those. Did they win in the playoffs last year? Like, I think they won one.
They
Yeah,
won
why?
2.
Who'd they beat?
Yeah, he literally carried that offense in the playoffs. Like, that's all I can ask for. Like, Debo, you deserve 95 plus. That's my take.
Christian, you want to go? I had to give you that -1 though, bro.
Yeah, so I agree with Matt. Debo should be top 10, like for sure. Doesn't really make any sense that he's not with the type of season he had. And then also, Amari Cooper being a 90, I can like almost guarantee that after this season, next Madden, he's going to be like an 82 at the most, just because who's going to be, they just signed who? Josh Rosen? Josh Rosen's going to be throwing to Amari Cooper? Yeah, that man's career is done. And then Cooper Kupp should be a 99. Devontae Adams should be the 98, if you ask me. Like, he's good, but like, if we're going off, what are they basing their ratings off of? Is it not last season? Like, I don't understand. So, yeah. And then also, yeah, the Jamar Chase thing is dumb. How do you have one of the greatest historic seasons for a rookie ever, and you're below Amari Cooper? Like, come on.
And Wyatt, you want to finish it off?
I hear what all y'all are saying about Jamar Chase. Yeah, he had a great rookie season, but it was just one season. Like, let's calm down. I'm sure if he puts up numbers again, the same numbers, he will be in the 90s, just like Justin Jefferson is. So let's just kind of calm down a little bit with that one. But yeah, Amari Cooper being a 90, probably a little lower than that. I think Michael Thomas is probably getting snubbed a little bit. I get he was injured, so he didn't really get to play a lot, but I think Michael Thomas is still one of the best wide receivers in the league. I mean, but otherwise, I think this list looks pretty good.
Can I throw something in on your opinion, White, or is that good, Jordan?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is my take. This is just how I say it. Jamar Chase had an amazing rookie season. Guess who else had a great rookie season? Christian McCaffrey, and he's still a 96 in the freaking Madden NFL. Like, why isn't he getting the Christian McCaffrey treatment?
Longer now.
I'm fucking dead.
Are y'all done with this topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 things I want to interject here. Let me throw the list up real quick. Yeah, Amari Cooper, man's had like, I think he had 600 yards and like 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. And I know Derek loves Terry McLaurin and all. That man had 5 touchdowns and I think he barely had 1,000 yards in a 17-game season. A little confused by the DeAndre Hopkins. I know he got hurt. He did have at least 8 touchdowns, but like he had like what, 600 yards, 700 yards? I don't know, man. I don't know what they went in on these lists. But let's keep going.
Can I say some about Terry McLaurin though?
Sure.
Look at his quarterback, Taylor Heineke, bro. He did what he could with Taylor Heineke.
All right, but D Hop could get like 1,000 yards, like 12 touchdowns with whoever the Texans quarterback was before Deshaun. What you got to say about that?
You're telling me Matt Schwab was bad?
Matt Schwab was old, and yes, he was
And
kind
Brock
of bad.
Osweiler was bad.
I
There you go.
I
Matt.
don't know. I'm just saying, McLaurin is probably a middle of the pack receiver, like top 13.
I think Amari's just getting the Alabama treatment. That's just my personal opinion.
All right, let's
True.
move on to linebackers. Wyatt, you want to start this one?
Hold on. Gotta find.
Christian, you
All
want
right,
to
I'll
start
just
this
go off
one?
your list. I got the list. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait. Am I going?
No, Christian started.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, I don't. Why does this list start out so low? Like, why is the top guy only at 94? I'm kind of glad they put Demario Davis top 3 because, in my opinion, he's the best linebacker in the league. Like, maybe he doesn't show it stat wise, but if you watch that man on the field, he's directing traffic like amazing. Bobby Wagner at 91. That's cool. Yeah, he won the Super Bowl, whatever. No, wait, was he even on the team yet?
No, he just got here.
He's like old, like super old. How's he a 91 still? I'm not saying he's not going to still produce some stuff and help y'all because he's like a veteran, but 91's a little high if you ask me. Um, Devin White at 85. I know I hate the Bucks, but I think that's a little low because we play him twice a year and he's pretty good. Micah Parsons, I thought he should be in the 90s. He's pretty good.
That rookie
But
treatment, man.
yeah. It's just weird to me that this is like the lowest starting position, like a 94. Like that's weird, but we'll see what happens with the rest of the season.
All right, Wyatt, now you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead,
Yeah.
Wyatt.
I mean, I can see. The middle linebacker position just I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of studs. Like their best one is Fred Warner, and don't get me wrong, Fred Warner is really good, but yeah, I mean they're all kind of aging. The great like Bobby Wagner is like 33 years old. Demario Davis is like 33 years old. Um, Kendricks is like how old is he? Like 30 years old. I mean, they're all just getting older. So, I mean, I can see why they're rated a little lower. Fred Warner is probably in his prime. Who else was in their prime? Levante David's probably just outside. It's like going on the way down. But yeah, I think these are pretty good ratings.
Nice, nice.
Can you throw up the thing again?
Yeah, sure. You want to go to?
Yeah. So, one, Bobby Wagner had 170 tackles. Why is he only a 91? Now, my thing is the Titans be getting disrespected on defense. Yeah, biased, whatever. Devin White had
Can't admit to being biased.
three and a half sacks. When Harold Landry, who's the linebacker for the Titans, had 12 sacks. Like, why is he not above Devin White? Now, Micah Parsons, compared to that's actually pretty good for a rookie because if you think about it, all the other positions, rookies were just getting disrespected left and right. So 88 is pretty high for a rookie. And I guess that's respectable. I would probably bump him up a little bit, probably like a 90. Roquan Smith, he's probably the best thing on the Bears. He's probably the highest rated player on the Bears. That's depressing. But I don't think Fred Warner should be that high. I think he's past his prime. I think there's better.
25?
Huh?
He's 25 years old.
Oh, then I'm wrong about who I was thinking. I'm thinking of somebody different. But Bobby Wagner led the league in tackles. He's disrespected. But yeah, it is weird that the linebackers start at 94 and go down. Like that's just a disrespected position.
And
Your
Can I
head.
say one more thing, Jordan?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Leonard is severely underrated. I think he should be one of the top linebackers at a 90 overall. That's it. Like he had 8 pass defended, 4 interceptions, and 8 forced fumbles this season.
Nice. I agree with you 100.
He's severely underrated.
And Matt, before you go, uh, Mr. Dwight De Niro says, "Terrible take." There you go. Whatever you got to say to that, but keep going.
I know what he's talking about. Um, just tell him, let him know, ask him, hear from the chat. No, yeah, you like literally stole the words out of my mouth, Wyatt. Like Darius Leonard, like definitely, in my opinion, can you pull up the stats real quick, or just the ratings?
There you go.
He's definitely, in my opinion, he should be bumped up from number 5 to number 2. Just my opinion. I mean, he had the number one. He was number 1 in the league on forced fumbles. He at his position was tied for first with interceptions, and then he was top 6, top 7, I think, in tackle assists. So like he was contributing everywhere. Like definitely a very underrated linebacker. I definitely think he should be bumped up. Bobby Wagner, I agree with you, Derek, as well. Led the league in tackles. I would probably bump him up to a 92. 93 is a little high, just because, I mean, he is kind of getting to that age. Across the board, though, like everything else looks pretty good. I mean, across the board.
One
Did
thing.
Hightower retire? Is that why he's dropped out? I think he did, right?
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Does anybody on the panel
Okay.
know?
Because it just says dropped out on the bottom, Dante Hightower.
Yeah.
Um,
One thing I wanted to add was, look at the 3 who did drop out. I wonder what they dropped
yeah,
to.
that's my
you
biggest
know.
thing. Like, because Dante Hightower definitely still one of the best linebackers in the league if he is still playing. And I agree with you, Christian. Why are they starting at 94? Like they're just saying like this is like the worst position in the whole NFL that nobody deserves. 99. Madden hands out 99s like candy.
As of now, Dante Hightower isn't on a team, so I don't know if he's
Wow.
retired or not.
Oh, good to know.
All right. Moving on to kickers, and I'll give you guys a chance to say what I'm thinking, but I really want to hear someone say it. So let's go, Wyatt. You can start it.
How is Justin Tucker not a 99? He just kicked a 66-yard field goal, like the longest kick or field goal in history, and he can't get a 99. What's a man got to do to get a 99?
Word for word, what I was thinking, Wyatt. Word for word.
Yeah, that's my take on that kicker. I honestly don't know the kickers that well, but I know Justin Tucker should be a 99.
All right, Derek, you want to go from there?
Yeah, so obviously Justin Tucker should be a 99, but let me tell you, Evan McPherson, that man's can kick the ball too. He proved it. He won multiple games with game-winning field goals in the playoffs, not just like regular season wins. He beat the Titans, the Raiders, and did he kick the field goal in the Chiefs game, or did they score a touchdown? I think he won. He kicked a game-winning field goal in the Chiefs game too because they picked the ball off. So man, he had 3 game-winning field goals in the playoffs. Why is he like an 82? I think that's what it said. He should be like a 90. They really disrespected the kickers in this one. Like we were talking about the disrespect for the linebackers. They literally gave no respect to the kickers.
They always do kickers like that for some reason.
The dirty.
Always do.
Hang
The
on,
dirty.
before I move it on, why you might have a reason why Evan McPherson might not be in the 90s?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, do you might have a reason why Evan McPherson isn't in the 90s?
Oh yeah, because he missed like 5 field goals against the Packers.
Yeah. All right, Christian, you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah, so I feel like this all just comes down to how lazy Madden is at making games. Because They're just like, why is it that like the kickers don't have like their own statistics that just go for them? Like again, if you switch a kicker to like a quarterback, then yeah, he's gonna be like a 40. But like they should have strict just kicking stats more than just accuracy power. There should be more things to it, clutchness, whatever, to be able to make them get to a 99 as a kicker. Because it's just stupid that like Madden is so lazy that they're just like, yeah, we'll just give them the normal stats and that's it. It's like that's so dumb.
Nice. All right, Matt, finish it off.
Can I see the board again?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I agree with Christian. It's like, yeah, I go back on my take that the linebackers were just completely, just disrespected. But oh my gosh, Justin Tucker is only a 90. I think the funniest thing about this whole freaking thing, they gave Justin Tucker a 90 and then disrespected him even more at the bottom of the list, saying Tucker could end up in the Hall of Fame. Like this man is just kicking out of his mind, breaking records. You're not telling me he is gonna be in the Hall of Fame? Give this man his Hall of Fame uh, induction right now. Justin Tucker and Butker, those are like two of the most like recognizable names that I see on this list. And Evan McPherson, yeah, tighten up a little bit because yeah, he just had the most like arguably one of the worst kicking performances other than the Vikings in the playoffs that one game. Um, like, yeah, against the Packers, like that was just a terrible, terrible freaking game from him. So like, yeah, disrespect about the kickers, especially poor Tucker at the bottom.
All right.
Can I interject on something Matt said?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to finish off the bottom where it says Tucker could end up in the Hall of Fame. Where it's cut off, where you can't see it, says that he once again is Madden's top kicker is perhaps the least surprising rating reveals that could happen. How is a 90 not surprising? Like that's surprisingly low, man. And ESPN saying it's not surprising he's a 90 is just more disrespect on top of it. How you gonna be disrespected by Madden, then disrespected by ESPN?
All right, let's move on from there. Let's switch to the final camera scene. Oh. Yep. There you go, Christian. That was on accident. All right, the safeties. Who wants to go?
I could start this one off.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
I mean, I think this is probably the most consistent rated list across the board. Tyrann Mathieu is obviously, in my opinion, the best safety in the NFL right now, and that was a great pickup by the Saints. He's just obviously like so great that he can cover literally anything, the whole field. He contributes on anything like safety, sneaks for sacks, interceptions, tackles. Like he just covers the whole field. He's literally, I mean, he's a honey badger, you know. I wish Buda Baker would just be bumped up to at least a 93 as well. There really weren't that many targets towards him last year, so it kind of doesn't show the potential that he has when he is targeted because he was targeted so like not that many times. That he's definitely a threat in the deep game whenever deep passes are headed his way.
All right. Go ahead, Christian.
Yes, I agree with that mostly too. This is a pretty even lineup. Like I feel like a lot of these guys are really close in skill level, but I do think this is one of the most important positions because these guys save a lot of like touchdowns that could be detrimental. Why is it only started at a 94? I feel like this is one of the hardest positions to play because you got to cover so much of the field. So I think it should start higher than just a 94. Maybe bump all these guys up 1 or 2 points. I do agree that Buda Baker, Kevin Byard, and also Justin Simmons could be a couple points higher. I think they're some of the best safeties in the league, and Justin Simmons especially. I think in the next few years he's going to be one of the best for a long time. So,
all right. Derek, you want to go?
Yeah, so I basically agree. It's pretty straightforward. They kind of got it right, especially like they probably just like went with this one. They like went through all of like the different ESPN top lists and it was just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just copy and paste and make these guys the top like in order. Harrison Smith, hot take, should not be a 90. I think he's a little overrated now that he is getting into his older age and he's producing less, I believe. I like the top five though. Um, I could see Justin Simmons maybe a little bit higher, like closer to 92, 93, with like the Kevin Byards and Derwin James. I think he's like the saving grace of the Broncos defense now that they're all kind of getting older. But yeah, Jamal Adams could probably even be like a little bit higher depending on how they're rating safeties. Because obviously he's more of like a blitzing safety instead of a covering safety. But yeah, I think it's pretty all around one of the better ratings that Madden has.
Okay, and finish it off, Wyatt.
All right, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a hot take here, but I don't think Tyrann Mathieu should be the best safety in the game. Um, yeah, I think he's just getting a little old. I mean, yeah, he's that do-it-all kind of safety, but I think he's gonna be slowing down here in the next few years. I just have a feeling. I mean, obviously I can't have bring any stats to bring into it. But yeah, I just have a feeling he's going to take a step back. I think Derwin James is going to have a good year. Buddha, obviously, Kevin Byard, yeah, all these young guys, Justin Simmons. Yeah, I'm with Derek. Harrison Smith is going to probably end up at like an 80 overall by the end of the season. Yeah, I think it's the young guys in the safety now, the safety game.
Also, I gotta hit you. I gotta hit you with one of these, man. A feeling, Wyatt? Come on, man. I need something more than that. Just a feeling.
Can I interject on something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Feeling.
You know, like I agree that Honey Badger is getting old and everything, but he was hurt for a good amount of the season last year. I think he was like on concussion protocols like a lot of times and like hamstring injuries. The Chiefs had like literally the worst defense. They were ranked like one of the worst defenses in the NFL. The minute that he came back, the Chiefs turned around their defense and ended up being top three defensive team in the NFL when he came back from his injury. So who knows? It's a new year. Anything can happen, but that's just my opinion. That's my take on it.
Everyone's gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, last one before elimination. Cornerbacks. Christian, you want to start it?
Yeah. So I don't understand Madden. Like, honestly, why didn't they just bump Jalen up the 1 point and make him the 99 club? Like, it's 1 point. What was the stat that held him from the 99? Like, I don't understand. And I feel like if you're the best at your position, Madden should just make you a 99. But that's just me. Also, Lattimore, I don't think Darius Slay or Denzel Ward are better than them. Denzel Ward might be equal. Darius Slay, I think he's falling off. I don't know. Stephon Gilmore, we'll have to see. But I feel like they're kind of still riding that wave of a couple years ago with the Patriots. J.C. Jackson, I like him at a 90. Most of the list I like, but I just think they're kind of disrespecting Lattimore. He's definitely one of the best in the league. I feel like he should at least be tied with like Alexander and better than Tre'Davious White, but you call it bias, but I'm just going off the stats and what I see.
We don't use that word here. You want
What word?
bias?
All right.
No one's biased here. Not on my show. Go ahead, Wyatt. Since he called out your guy.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised to see Jair at that second best cornerback spot. I mean, I think he is a top three corner, so I was glad to see that. But let me tell you about the most underrated position in Trayvon Diggs. How is he not in the top 10? He's an 84 overall. He had
Wow.
11 interceptions. And what was it? 11 interceptions and 21 passes defended. That's second in the league. And he's an 84. You have him as the same rating as Shaquille Griffin. Like, come on. How How are you about to do that to this man?
So-
That is the most surprising thing I think I saw in Madden. Trevon Diggs, 84 overall.
all right, something for both of you, right? Would actually no, I'll give somebody a chance to say it, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. For Christian, I think maybe the performance in the Super Bowl might have they didn't want to give Jalen that 99 because Jamar was kind of going off a little bit, but
I
Why
get that.
isn't
That's
it
what I told
okay?
to like Derek the other day. But then Derek also had the good point that like that one touchdown he lost was that face mask. So it's
yeah,
like I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I
And
forgot
also
about that
Jamar
play.
Chase, Jamar Chase did do good against Ramsey, but he wasn't on Ramsey every time.
true.
No. Yeah.
And let's all be real here. They didn't want to give the Rams 399s. Okay, Matt, you want to go from there?
Yeah, first let's talk about your take about Diggs, right, Wyatt? Um, when you're the best cornerback on the team, in the league, if you're like ranked one of the best cornerbacks in the league, you're not targeted ever. Nobody's coming your way. No pass is coming your way. He had all these interceptions because every pass was being thrown to him. Of course, he's gonna have interceptions. So, personally, overrated season. He had the most targets in the NFL this year. So, like, obviously, he's gonna get interceptions. You get more chances to intercept the ball.
So
That's why I don't put him there. So,
J.C. Jackson had 8 interceptions. Did he get targeted a lot?
I'll have to look
J.C.
at the
Jackson
stats,
had
but
23
like,
passes defended. Did he get targeted a lot?
listen, I'm just going about Diggs right now.
I
All
mean,
right.
yeah, okay.
So, I would bump Ramsey up to a 99. Um, you know, uh, s- personally, I think he's obviously the best cornerback in the league. Give him the one extra point for being in Jackass. All right, just I don't know. Marshawn Lattimore, personally, make him a 93. I agree with Christian. He had a better, if like an equal, if not better season than Denzel Ward. Like, I think Lattimore, like, they were pretty even across the board. I would bump him up 1 or 2 more points. I think Lattimore is personally better than Ward. So, yeah.
All right, Derek, finish this off.
I got interrupted, by the way, so where's the point?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'll follow the rules.
All right, so I agree with everybody. Jalen Ramsey should be a 99. My take on it is Jalen Ramsey may go down as the greatest cornerback of all time. How are you going to disrespect my man's? Like Christian said, which I should have gained a point when he said it, his exact words was, like Derek said, that one touchdown was a face mask. Like, come on. Christian literally gave me my credit. Now, I do think J.C. Jackson should be higher. I think he's top 4, if not 3 best cornerbacks in the league personally. I think he should be closer to 93, 94. I agree with Marshawn Lattimore being underrated. Him and Denzel Ward should both be 92 to 93. And then Stephon Gilmore should not be. Why do they just respect these old dudes that haven't produced in 2 years because of one season in 2019? Doesn't make no sense. AJ Terrell definitely had a better season than an 89 overall. And to bounce off of Wyatt, Trayvon Diggs got burnt more than any other cornerback in the league. 84 is 84. 84 is disrespectful, but he should be like an 87 at max because man's allowed more yards than any other cornerback in the league.
Where's your stat?
More yards allowed.
Where's your source?
Can I interject?
Hang on. White makes a good point, but he did interrupt. Do you have an answer to that, Derek?
Yep. PFF says Diggs gave up 1,068 yards in coverage and 5 scores.
He was ready with the reply, Wyatt. I gotta give him the point, man.
Right.
What do you got, Christian?
to interject about Wyatt interrupting again, but then also you're going to let Derek tell you what to give points for.
I mean,
Come
he
on.
had a good point. You did rip it right from the source.
Can I interject as well? Just one quick thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I better get a freaking point for this. All right. Trayvon Diggs, like you said, Derek, gave up over 1,000 yards in a season. The second worst, like most yards given up, was Jalen Ramsey at 619. That is like a crazy amount of freaking yards that he gave up. Like I I 84, that's where I'm standing. Yeah, I agree. I just think he's overrated.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't know if I give you a point for that because you kind of just said what Derek said.
I know, but
So,
it's just
wait, I got a point now. He kind of just threw Ramsey under the bus of why maybe he's not a 99.
give Christian the
All right.
point.
And that's a good point. But you all said he was a 99, so... Oh, wrong button.
You're the worst.
And also, that's not the last one before the elimination. I forgot the interiors. So, instead, what we'll do...
Oh, I thought we did that one.
Nah, what we'll do instead... we could all agree Aaron Donald should be a 99, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your case for number 2. And let's start with Matt, the point leader.
I'd really have to look at it because I didn't even see a list. But yeah, Aaron Donald at 1. I think
All right, I'll come back to
I
you.
I really can't. Yeah, I can't think of anything at the top of my head.
Wyatt, do you
I
got
mean-
anything?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
So we all agree Aaron Donald should be at 99. Do you have a case
Yeah.
for who should be number 2?
Number 2 and what? Like
In-
the second 99? I'm confused.
No, just who should be number 2 interior lineman.
Oh man. Kenny Clark. And that's not even like me being biased. I really think Kenny Clark's number 2.
Can we get some, like, a defense?
I mean, I have to look more.
All right,
Oh,
does anybody have an answer here?
Who was number 2? It was Cameron Hayward, right?
I believe so.
I mean, I was gonna say Cameron Hayward just because like that guy really.
If we're
Did a-
going, I think Chris Jones is better than Cameron Hayward. And if they're going to put Cameron Hayward there, Chris Jones is like the same age. So I would, like on my team, I'm taking Chris Jones over Cameron Hayward because Chris Jones is just a beast.
Is
Yeah.
Chris Jones not an edge rusher? He's an inside.
He's
yeah,
a
he's
deep
inside.
tackle.
Oh, okay.
So,
There's a few people that could be up there. You know, you got Cameron Hayward.
Everybody they got on there is old. Except, so it's like, I don't know.
Vita Vea could be on there, but
I'm gonna be
Besides
AFK for like 20 seconds, like less than 20 seconds. Just say that.
that's a negative point.
for that little
But
bit,
What
Vita
about,
Vea-
what's his name? Allen for Washington, right? Jonathan Allen. He's pretty good. And he's not that old.
is he
So
interior?
I think, huh?
Is he interior?
I believe so. Let me check.
If you guys didn't notice, I gave everyone a point for who named somebody in this portion.
Yeah, he's interior. He's actually, I just looked it up. He's 4th on the list, the Madden list.
Okay. Damn it. You didn't do nothing wrong, Wyatt, but I just gave you -1 because I gave you +1. All right, Matt, you got something to say before?
Yeah, I'm back.
all right.
I'm just honestly, I really don't have like a true opinion on it, but I'm gonna just go with Chris Jones. I just think he's a. Is he an outside linebacker? Or is he DN, like defensive end?
I think we said D line, right?
Yeah, he's on the D line. He's number 5 on the list, actually.
Oh, is he? I'd say Chris Jones. I mean, he's been a part of a great defense the past few years and been a true contributor. So like that's my take on it. I mean, Aaron Donald's just in a league of his own, so it's like
I
why
think
even
like
compare?
I think the only guys on this list that aren't like super old is like Donald, Jonathan Allen, Kenny Clark, and Jeffrey Simmons. The rest of
I
them are like 30 something plus, like 33
would
plus.
say Jeffrey Simmons should be a top like 5 or 7.
How old is Donald?
Uh,
He's like 29,
he's got to be like 31, 32 now.
31, 32.
Yeah.
Or would you say
Huh?
Aaron Donald is the best Madden player ever? 6
It,
straight years being in the 99 club.
oh well, in that aspect, maybe yeah, but it's hard for me to give best ever to like a lineman. You know.
Hey, as long as Michael Vick is still in the conversation, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, they're disrespecting Jeffrey Simmons on here. He's an 88. Kind of rude.
All right. Well, we're moving on to the final, which looks like it's going to be Matt versus. Oh,
Me and
Derek and
Christian
Christian are tied. All right,
Did you get
Wyatt. As
Persistence.
Wyatt, as previous champ, think of a trivia question for them.
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that?
Come on, anything,
Um,
anything.
I don't know. Who led the league in punting yards this year? Like by a punter who had the most net yards.
Who's even some punters?
Cameron Johnston?
Who?
Cameron Johnston.
Is that right?
I have to look it up.
Oh my gosh! All right,
From Houston.
all right. Who's
I
the?
didn't think he was gonna give me a name. So
I got
fast.
it. I got it. I got it. Who's the only player to win 3 MVPs in a row?
Brett Favre.
Okay,
Dude.
Christian's got it. All right. Since I forgot to put this up at the beginning, you got your championship words, Wyatt, while we're here.
The answer to my question was Brian Anger. He had a net punting yards of 44.6 yards. So
Good to
the more
know.
you know.
See you
Yeah.
another time. Any final words, Derek?
Yeah, how did I just get cheated out when I got the correct answer that you set up for Wyatt to give us?
Did you?
Yes,
You did not.
Cameron
Brian
Johnston.
Anger.
It
No.
wasn't Johnston, whoever that is.
Anger, Brian
Look
Anger.
it up. Look it up. Cameron Johnston from Houston. Also, how did Christian go from 37 to 39?
He made some good points.
I said net yards.
Let's just have a 3, then let's do quarterbacks and who didn't get mentioned.
Well, quarterbacks haven't been released yet.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
all right. Back
All
up.
I'm saying is I got cheated. I'm the greatest of all time.
All right. Final two.
he deserves a knock after saying that. So, he lost.
All right. So, like Wyatt was saying, they didn't release the quarterbacks yet, right? So what we should do, or what we're going to do, is tell me who's your best 2 and your worst 2 for the quarterbacks. And since Matt's got more points. Matt, you start.
Okay, so best 2. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say give it to the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he still has proven that he can be the best quarterback and one of the most versatile quarterbacks in the NFL at his age. So I'm gonna still give it to him since he's the reigning MVP. And then number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, same reasons. Still, if not the most versatile quarterback in the NFL. It's going to be interesting seeing him without the cheetah out there, but I'm still just going to throw all my money in to Patrick Mahomes. But Worst quarterbacks.
Hold on, wait.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Just
Let Christian
You
do
want me
his
to hold on
question.
to that?
Yeah.
worst starting quarterbacks,
Yes.
or just okay.
Starters. But Christian, let's do it like a snake draft. You do your best and worst, and then we'll end on Matt.
All right. My best, I think I'm gonna say Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. I
Wow.
think I get Aaron Rodgers is still good. I'm not saying he's not still good, but I just think he's on the decline. These two guys are in the prime. They're going to be running the league for the next like 10 years. I think Josh Allen is way more mobile than Aaron Rodgers is at this point at least, and he can take contact a lot harder than Aaron. And then also the team around him is going to make him better this year. I feel like Aaron's team lets him down every year. His coaching staff lets him down every year. I think the Bills are set up for success. And then my worst, I think I'm gonna have to go with Drew Lock and is Davis Mills starting? I'm gonna go with Davis Mills. The Texans QB. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even know that if you asked them. That just shows how bad he is. Drew Lock, he couldn't make it on the Broncos with elite receivers. Now he's going to a team with like one or two good receivers. I just think he's going to a worse team, so he's going to play even worse than he's already played. The thing that I don't understand is why John Elway can't pick a quarterback to save his life unless he gets it handed to him from another team. Like that man's supposed to be a quarterback, right? How can he not draft a good quarterback?
All right. You need to not lose points, Matt, to win this.
All right. So my worst quarterbacks, thinking about it, I agree with you, Christian. Drew Lock. He came in like, dude, I was on the Drew Lock hype train, man. Like I just thought he was gonna be pretty good, like for the Broncos. Not great, but like thought he was just gonna be like a good quarterback that could at least give us a couple wins. But man, he's just like he's just such an awful quarterback. He is I just feel like he doesn't have the vision to just have what it takes. So good luck in Seattle. I would that's my number two. Based off of last week's conversation, how we talked about Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold ends up winning this spot, Sam Darnold 100% deserves the worst quarterback in the NFL. But you know, I think he's gonna fall off and lose to Baker Mayfield. So I'm gonna put Daniel Jones at number one. Just I just don't think Daniel Jones is all that. His last year, his rookie contract. So uh, good good luck in New York.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you guys both this for not mentioning Mariota, not mentioning Trubisky. Come on, guys. You can at least throw their names in, huh?
I was gonna throw, but it's just like that was too many names. I was gonna throw out Mariota, but like,
The
I
title
would
was on the
gladly-
line,
where
guys.
is Mariota?
I would gladly take the man who has as many playoff wins in the last 5 years as Aaron Rodgers over Davis Mills.
That's a good
And
point.
Mariota at least has some skills where he can like run and throw the ball on the run. What does Davis Mills do? Can anybody tell me what he's good at?
Hey, I'm not
Or
saying.
even
Yeah,
I'm not
a
yeah.
saying
highlight
they should have
he
won.
had.
I'm not
Hey,
saying
Mari-
over. Just a
Mariota has
mention.
a pass to himself touchdown in the playoffs against the Chiefs. He like threw it off somebody's head.
Dale Revis tapped it down. But it was a good matchup. But looks like by 1 point, Matt's got the win. Oh, wrong button.
That was intense. He was dropping points.
Good competition,
Good
guys.
job.
Good competition.
Good job, Christian.
You wanna do your little shout out or something, Matt, before we head off?
Yeah,
1 minute shout out.
yeah. You know what my shout out is? You know, Wyatt, you came in 30 minutes late. You know, I needed those points to be deducted, but I was just glad that I didn't see you in the finals because I know it would have gone down 0-2.